Miami Vice, 2006. Rating of 7, viewed in 2016. So let me go ahead and tell you, I grew up watching Miami Vice during the 80s. It was the TV show of the decade that changed everything, shedding off a 70s feel and look, especially in fashion, dialogue, and style. Since then, there had been no revival of it until Michael Mann decided to do a movie after Jamie Foxx came to him first with the idea with a completely different cast. After seeing Miami Vice, the movie, my feelings are very mixed. Maybe I started out with the 5 stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. You know, Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas will always be Sonny Crockett and Ricardo Tubbs. They were brilliant together and their chemistry was fantastic. After seeing Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx as their replacements, I was like, really? Needless to say, it didn't work. I am going to be fair and say that Colin, he was actually suggested by Don Johnson to replace his character, is not that bad of an actor. He has talent, but there is something about his personality that doesn't quite work whenever he appears in a film. If Colin can just let that inflexible something go, he would have been on his way to delivering an Oscar-worthy performance. In Miami Vice, I have actually tolerated Colin Farrell from start to finish, and I think that he did a good job. He didn't overact or do anything ridiculous. Pretty much he was subdued, restrained, and kept himself even-keeled just by being cautious. His co-star Jamie Foxx, on the other hand, is quite atrocious in the matter of not really belonging in the movie. He has no chemistry with Colin and is more of an afterthought. It would have never happened for real with Philip Michael Thomas if the movie was made in the 80s during Miami Vice's heyday. Don and Philip both shared equal time, and their characters were treated equally in importance. The best part of the film, which is totally Michael Mann, is the use of authentic locations. That's like the greatest thing about Miami Vice. I was pretty much sold by that in order for me to accept the film, regardless of the cast change. Hence, that's why I would move forward and go through the story, soaking in the logistics, the setup of the operation, and the players who are moving to their positions. However, the story is at best implausible and at worst stupid. Why would the head honcho and his subordinates of a lower level agree to meet with Sonny and Ricardo? How did they earn the respect to make it happen so quickly? What kind of cred do they have? Who can front them? Although it's a running joke of the TV series, again, why would Sonny and Ricardo use their real names before going undercover? During the movie and through the special interviews from the DVD extras, I heard so much talk about the fabricated identities, yet their real identities, especially Crockett's, due to his college football playing days, would have been found out on the internet in a matter of seconds. The shootout, which seems too similar to the one in Heat, is both impressively realistic and plausibly unbelievable. The cinematography of that scene is quite near the real thing, yet the amount of potential firepower doesn't really match what should have happened. It's almost like everybody, based on their guns and sizes of the ammunition, is able to slaughter the vehicles by assailing on them with a massive amount of gunfire, which makes hiding behind them moot. At one point, Sonny actually runs from one point to another in the open. Man, he would have been totally killed. Next to Jamie Foxx, Lee Gong, who is 11 years Colin's senior, is arguably the most miscast thespian of the show. She doesn't belong and is an Asian who happens to speak Spanish. Are you kidding me? Worse, Lee has no chemistry with Colin, and their characters don't even seem to be madly in love with each other. It felt more like a business transaction. How Crockett handled her character at the end had put the film's rating in danger. The real Sonny Crockett would never have done that, preferring to arrest her and have her taken away with no thought of the matter. She is a criminal, plain and simple. Sonny was actually a man of principle and put his job above everything, including money, drugs, power, and fame, because his code of conduct as a member of the Metro-Dade Police Department was that important to him. Hence, the ending is just a complete bullshit and totally unlike him. With that being said, I've decided on a week 7. The technical details, the location shoots, and the cinematography. In fact, I don't see anything at all that felt CGI to me, which is impressive. worked for me. But Lee Gong, Jamie Foxx, and certain aspects of the story became liabilities, dragging the film down. All in all, Miami Vice is a good effort for Michael Mann in this day and age of CGI, but he forgot to focus on the story, most especially the dialogues between, even after so many script rewrites, and the chemistry of the cast. Thank you so much for listening to my review. I appreciate it. Please take the time to look at my other reviews. I like the cover. I like the poster of this movie. I think it's nice. And thank you so much.